on YouTube? It's your boy GoodFeetss, and we're back with vlog episode number 12. Almost did the old intro just now. I was like, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy N54 Dave. We haven't been there for a minute. But anyway, all right, yeah, it's vlog episode number 12. This is a good vlog. Well, every vlog has been good, but this is a vlog I've been excited to shoot for a while. It's been in the works for a couple weeks or so. Before we even get into it on what we're doing on today's vlog, what are the good feats of today? We're gonna throw it back. Since we have such a good vlog, this vlog, or a good topic, we gotta take it back, bro. The Chicago 2s, yes sir, yes sir. Back when my boy MJ came from the free throw line. This is a tough shoe. Try to get it to focus a little better. It definitely is a tough shoe. It's a throwback shoe. Ain't too much to be said about this. It's the second shoe that Air Jordan or Michael Jordan released. This shoe looks so tough in certain colorways. Some colorways don't look too good. I like the black and silver. I had those too. I had the Carmelo ones, the Denver Jones, the light blue and yellows. And then these, of course, these are too tough. All right, so we got the Chicago. We'll call them the playoff 2s. All right. So what are we doing for today's vlog? Before we even get into the topic of today's vlog, I got two packages, one here, one there. Let's open these up and let's see what we got for the G80. Just like true fashion, how I do on all my BMWs. Yeah, I should have known this was coming. One of my boys, my boy Envy, was asking me, he was like, well, when are you doing this particular thing? He was like, you do them on all of your BMWs. So ain't nothing changed. This here is a Thule, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Thule, whatever. I've been buying from this company for how many years, and I still don't know how to pronounce it, or maybe I am pronouncing it correctly. But this is a air screen or wind fairing, however you want to call it. Where my keys at? Cut that there. Cut that there. Cut that there. That'd be good to go. We gotta assemble it. I'm about to do that now. I'm about to do that before I slide outside. So if you know that this is the windscreen here, or the air screen, y'all already should know what's in this box over here. Definitely got another roof rack, bro. You know what's crazy? Because I bought so many of these. You would think I would have just kept it because I put it on every BMW, but I never know that I'm going to get another BMW. So I always sell them with the car, and then I end up having to buy it back. But either way, no trip. Got this on a G80. It's gonna look good. Y'all seen last video, we lowered the G80. Give it more of a better look, close that ride gap or that ride height that it comes with from factory. The car handles a ton better, looks a ton better, and it's definitely gonna help with the looks of it. Big ass box, man, parking. I'm about to assemble all of this off camera, and then it's the main stuff. I'm gonna assemble all of this off camera, and then at the end of this vlog, we'll go downstairs and we'll install this on the vehicle. That'll be the end of the vlog. All right, so what are we getting into this vlog? We recently got a new member to Team Envy, my boy Vaughn. Cool ass dude. I met him. He came into my job. He had a slow leak in his driver rear tire, and we were trying to take care of that for him. His car was too low, so we weren't able to do it, but he was able to go across the street and get that done. But either way, he came in there. I complimented him on his vehicle, and I kind of just went from there. Me and homie been clicking ever since. That's really my guy. So in this episode, we're gonna talk to Vaughn and kind of do a little spread on Vaughn's F80 M3. So for all of y'all that know, I've always been in love with the F80 M3. That's the M3 that kind of wanted me, or kind of got me into wanting the M3 to begin with, and starting to really, I was already into Beamers at the time, but the F80 M3 really like kind of refined my love for BMWs at that time. So yeah, we're gonna do a kind of F80 versus G80 thing. I'm gonna give you my comparisons. I know there's a ton of those videos out online, so this is just my version of it. Being able to drive my boy's car and compare his car, and drive my car and compare my car. So during the course of this video, I'll let you guys know what I feel the F80 is better in, and I'll let you know what I feel the G80 is better in. All right, but without further ado, I'm gonna slide downstairs and go meet my boy Vaughn. All right, so that's my boy Vaughn. Say what up, what up?
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on?
You know the vibes.
I go by Vaughn. I got this F80 Sakari Orange F80 M3. It's got the red on red. It's the base model, but it's a 6-speed manual as well. Yeah, so
Facts.
let's check it out.
Hell yeah! What kind of incited you to motivated you to get an F80?
All right, so for the past I say 2-3 years, I was more so into Audi because I had a B7 Audi S4, and I love the Quattro, the all-wheel drive system in the Audi. But BMW, you know, with the newer cars now, they come in manuals versus Audi. They don't make manual transmission S4s and you know, so
like performance vehicles and
performance
stuff.
vehicles, right? Yeah. So for the past, I guess, 2-3 years, I've just been eyeing the F80. The body, the you know, the curvature within the wide body in the rear just set it off for me. And I've heard a lot about BMWs as far as like performance wise. They handle real good. Suspension's nice on them and everything. So yeah, I mean that's mainly what really drove me towards getting the F80 M3.
Oh yeah. All right, so without further ado, man, let's check out the vehicle. Yeah, introduce us to your car, man.
There we go, the Sakari Orange F80 M3. It's got the competition wheels. The exhaust system setup is VRSF catless downpipes with the VRSF single mid pipe.
Oh yeah.
And then it's a custom muffler delete.
Oh
yeah. Also, I'm sorry, forgot to mention the intakes. It's got the front mounting VRSF front mount intakes. As you can see, I updated the badge to the 50th anniversary badge.
Definitely a good touch. Definitely a good touch. I seen I just did that recently on my car too.
It's got the carbon grille upgrade, carbon splitter, CF hood.
The hood is mean.
Which is paint matched.
Yeah, the hood is mean. It looks kind of like give me reminiscent of the E92 hood, like the big hump M3 hood.
Yep, we got this carbon M3 fender badge, carbon side skirts, carbon mirror caps. Got the GTS tail lights.
Big high kick spoiler.
Yep, with the high kick. Carbon diffuser. There is one thing that I do want to add to this vehicle is the carbon fiber bumper splitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this one is too clean. Show us in the interior too, man.
Got a little bit of work stuff everywhere in here, but there we go. The Sakari Orange on orange. It's got the upgraded steering wheel, CF steering wheel. As you can see, it's a 6-speed manual. I wasn't lying about that.
No, no.
And I've got Apple CarPlay in here. It's the Kuba upgraded system back there.
Yeah. Shit is too clean, bro. The car's way too clean.
On the
bucket seats.
The seats. We have the carbon. What do you want to call this?
I'm calling it centerpiece, right?
Yeah, centerpiece.
Centerpiece.
The back seats also have the carbon on it. Probably can't really see it too much because of the tinted windows, but
yeah, this build is crazy.
Yep.
This build is crazy. Like I told y'all before, y'all know, before I even went to get my G80, I was going there to the dealership to purchase an F80. Like, I still love these things.
Even though this is the base model, It's got the extended leather package, driver assist, as well as the
The executive package.
Executive package.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's like the same thing. So having my car line up with this is pretty much, this is like my G80 is like, this F80 is like the version of my G80 because it was the same way. It was, I got a base package with just a bunch of options. This car is insane. Yeah, this is what the people want to know. The people want to look under the hood. They want to see what's under there.
Also, as you seeing, this is a carbon hood. Lift it up. It's real lightweight.
Heavy. Nah, this is too clean. My boy got one of the cleanest F80s out, no lie.
Yep.
Yeah, this is too clean. Too clean.
Oh, intercooler was upgraded too. As you can see, it's the engine.
Yeah, the engine intercooler. Yeah.
Intercooler. Got the carbon fiber.
Beauty cover.
Pretty much what you want to call it.
Yeah.
And these other little fancy little accessories added to it.
Man, this car is too hard.
Oh, one thing I did forget to mention was, come on over here. Upgraded brake system. These came off of the M2 competition.
Mm-hmm.
Same year. Well, not same year, but the same generation.
Same body style.
Yeah. So it's got the iron rotors with the carbon brake pads.
Yeah. Oh, it's too clean. Alright, so just from overall look, my comparison to F80, as far as when it comes to looks, the F80 stands out compared to the G80. So I love the way the G80 looks. Obviously, that's why I purchased one. One of the reasons why I purchased my G80. But you don't got to do too much to these F80s. Like, they just naturally, like the curvatures, the body lines, the way they sit. You don't really got to do too much to these cars for them to look amazing. And we see, like, this is a very, very nice looking spec of the F80. So in my personal opinion, the F80 definitely takes the check mark when it comes to looks compared to the G80. All right, we're gonna go take it for a ride, and then we'll compare what the power feels like and suspension and just the overall drivability feels like. All right, y'all, we in the F80 now. So for starters, it's a lot more comfortable sitting in it compared to the G80. The G80 bucket seats, they look really good, don't get me wrong, but they're not as comfortable as these bucket seats. So these feel like a good mixture of like comfort seats or sports seats and bucket seats in the same time. It still has the bucket seat look, but it has a comfort seat feel. So the G80, the F80, sorry, definitely takes that as far as comfortability. The interior is not too much different compared to the G80. I feel like the G80 just kind of added to the interior and made it a little bit more simplistic. So as far as which interior is better, that could be a coin flip for me, either direction. It depends kind of like what your style is. The F80 is more analog, so it's more of the kind of race car feel. You have more buttons, you have more things in front of you. The G80 went more of a simplistic look, so they got rid of all the buttons. Everything is digital, everything's off of hand movements, everything's off a touchscreen and stuff like that. So it'll kind of be whatever way I'm feeling that day, if that makes sense. I do like having a lot of extra buttons and be able to touch stuff, but then some days I do also like the digital. So I'm in between with that. So let's go take it for a drive, and then we'll go touch base on as far as like what the suspension feels like compared to the G80 and the power level. I do like the analog display. So I do like the digital too, but yeah, I know y'all seen all the old school Beamers I have. I'm more of an old school Beamer guy, so I do like the analog display. I do wish the G80 had an option for that. Even if it still was a full digital display, I'm okay with that. But like y'all seen on my 335, I had the ID4 motion display, which even though it was a digital display, it still had an analog skin to it. So you could go back to that if you had pleased. My initial reaction to the clutch engagement feels a lot better than the G80 as well. The clutch engagement for the G80 is really short, and it's very quick, so it's grabby, which isn't a bad thing when you're in the midst of getting to it, you know, when you're going through the gears. But this clutch is a lot more forgiving, if that makes sense. The engagement, like, it shows you what the engagement is, but it's a softer pedal compared to the G80. One thing I can say, and I do notice, I'll give a check mark to the G80, the suspension. So I feel like the suspension in the G80 is a bit more refined. So I feel like they took the suspension from the F80 and they just kind of added to it. The car, even though the G80 is a lot bigger than the F80, the G80 feels a lot more nimble. How can I put that in better terms? The G80 doesn't feel as heavy. The F80 feels a little bit heavier, which isn't a bad thing. It does feel more planted, but the G80 feels more like nimble, which for a driver like me could be a good or a bad thing, because it could definitely up your confidence a little bit and have you doing things that you shouldn't necessarily be doing on the street too much. All right, so this F80 sounds really good. It's really peppy. What I did notice is the gearing. I did notice that the gearing from the G80 and the F80 is a lot different. The F80 wants to party more upstairs compared to the G80. The G80 does have legs upstairs, but as I was in first, second, third, I walked into a fourth gear. You could tell the car wakes up a lot in fourth gear. So I kind of want to do some research on my own too after this, and just to see where see what the gearing is in the F80 compared to the G80. I feel like the gearing in the G80 is a lot shorter than this one, because in fourth gear, like, the car wanted to take off, and you could tell the car wanted to eat and wanted to go. So I feel like This was more of a track-inspired car. The G80, even though it does, you could use it obviously for the track too. A lot of people do it. That's more of a out the hole kind of vehicle, which makes sense because they made an all-wheel drive version of it. So that's more of like a drag racing kind of thing. This car is more of a time attack kind of thing, which is dope to just see the difference between the two. Yeah, so it's just a difference between the two power bands. Just even that brief of a drive, you can tell the difference between the two power bands. The G80 kind of wants to get to it more downstairs, and then the F80, once you get into third or fourth gear, it kind of grows its legs and it wants to go. That is very reminiscent of the past M's and the past BMWs. The G80 is definitely different in its kind compared to what Beamer used to be in the past. So if you guys remember, I had a E30 with a M-swap motor in it. I had an E36. Never got to get my hands on the E46. I was really close to one. I was in the process, literally like about to sign the paperwork to that, and I ended up not getting the E46, and I ended up getting the E46M, and I ended up getting the 335 instead, that you guys remember, Isabella or whatever. So in the past, M3s or just 3 Series period, or just M motors period, once you got to like third gear, the car would wake up. So it was more of a boost by gear feeling, where first and second was kind of tamed in power, and then as soon as you got into third and fourth gear, where you should have full traction, the car takes off. This car feels a lot like my E30 M3 or my E30 M swap, where first and second gear you could definitely party, you could play around, but it's kind of more safe. And then once you hit third and fourth gear, the car just woke up and then really wanted to take off. So now it's kind of, like I said before, it'll be a little bit skewed, just because the G80 just is still in its stock form. As far as power level though, I will still give it to the G80. The G80 does. All right, y'all, we're back in the house. My bad for the way the GoPro cut off. My battery had died mid-recording, and I didn't even realize. But to continue what I was saying, we're definitely going to give the power check mark, I guess, towards the G80. Both cars felt really similar. So my boy Vaughn's F80 and my G80 felt a little similar. Due to my torque levels, my car moves out better than his. So we'll give the check to the G80, but we're going to give the check to the G80 regardless, because Vaughn's F80 is I'm going to say heavily, but it is moderately modified, and it does have a tune and everything on it. So we're doing a tuned M3 up against stock M3. So as you guys have seen, we haven't done anything performance-wise to my G80 yet. So we'll definitely give the check mark to that. So just to recap everything that we went over earlier today, as far as looks, we're going to definitely give the check mark to the F80. I do think that the F80 is one of the most timeless, refined body styles that I've ever seen. To be honest, the F80 is why I got into the M, wanting to get an M to begin with. There was a guy around the corner from me when I lived in New York still, that had a black on black F80 that I just loved. So that really kind of sparked my interest of wanting to get an M. I've always been a guy that'll get a 3 Series or, you know, a 335, 325, whatever, and then throw an M motor in it. But seeing his M all them years ago really is what sparked and motivated me to want to even get the M that I have today. As far as comfort, as far as interior comfort, the F80 definitely gets the nod for interior comfort. Like I said before, those bucket seats are extremely comfortable compared to mine. So my bucket seats aren't uncomfortable by any means, but those bucket seats in the F80 are more comfortable. So we'll give the comfortability and like I guess like the comfortability and daily driverness, just being in the compartment to the F80, but we'll give the interior looks and design to the G80. The G80 is just a little bit more modern, looks better. We have a full carbon back instead of just the one center piece, and it just looked like they took the already good F80 interior design and they just increased it in certain ways. So we'll give the check mark to looks interior wise to the G80, and then power wise we'll definitely give the check mark, like I said, to the G80. All right, but y'all seen at the beginning of the video, we had got a couple more parts in and we had did an unboxing. So let's slide outside and go throw those parts on the car. All right, y'all, so we're over here at my storage unit. I ended up throwing the roof rack on this morning. So I was trying to do it in the video for y'all, but the weather's just been crazy. It's been raining in Maryland non-stop. So finally when I woke up this morning, I actually got up an hour earlier than what I was supposed to. I was up at like 4:30 this morning. So I just went outside and just threw it on anyway. So I'll show you guys what it looked like, and then I'll also show you guys what the vehicle looks like being lowered to. As a video, we're in like a little sheltered covering here at the storage unit, so even though the weather is kind of crazy, I'm actually able to record for y'all. So here it is. A lot of car looks so crazy lowered now. Like, you know, I see the roof rack is on, but the car came out really good being lowered. Like, I'm really happy with how the car is turning out. Car looks too mean right now. The car looks too mean. This car looks too good. So here y'all go. I'll zoom in a little bit so y'all can see on the roof rack. I went with something basic. So normally I go with like silver roof racks. I went with an all black one, just because the roof rack is my thing, but I didn't want the silver to be standing out and clashing too much. And we also updated our MV stickers. We went with the holographic rainbow pattern. So call it to me. Call it crazy, boy. Still more things to come, but not too bad for us just now getting the vehicle. Show y'all from straight away in the rear. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all back at the crib. All right, y'all. We back in the crib. I hope you guys enjoy episode 12. We rocking strong now. So at this point in time, I'm sure y'all ready for them now, because we've been dropping a video consistently every Friday for 3 months now. So let's just keep this going, keep the wave going. I appreciate all the love, support, the comments, the likes, the sharing, all of that, man. It all helps. Support is free, and we building a good little family right here with all of this. I do got a question though. I posted this on social media, so I'll throw it in here too. So I'm torn between two nicknames. So my car's name is Esmeralda, or Esme for short. I want to get a custom plate and some insignia and stuff like that, but I'm torn between what I want to do. So down low, comment for me whether y'all think I should name it Green Goblin or Green Lantern. Should I go the evil route or should I go the hero route? All right, so just flood the comments with that. Let me know what y'all pick. And then whatever name is counted the most, that's what her nickname is going to be. But all right, y'all know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Support is free. All right, and I'll catch y'all episode 13.